He feels your absence in every place he goes. A movie, a coffee, a song, everything brings you back to his mind. He may even be surrounded by other people, but the only one he really wants to see is you. He said he needed some time, but that wasn't what he wanted. What he really wanted was courage. Courage to face the deep feelings that emerged when he thought of you two. And you know this because deep down the connection you had was unique. You felt it when he looked at you differently, when words escaped and feelings revealed themselves. You're not imagining it. This person really feels that he lost something special. Every forced laugh he gives is a sign that he hasn't forgotten you. He hides it behind a smile, but when he's alone, the memories become a burden. He spends hours reliving moments, the way you smiled, the texture of your voice. He doesn't want to admit that you still hold a huge place in his life. The brutal truth is that he thinks of you every night. It's not just nostalgia, it's a deep longing. He acts as if he's moving on, but he can't. On bad days, he feels a void in his soul, and it hits him like a punch because he realizes you were the reason for his happiness. Meanwhile, you try to balance your own life, not knowing for sure what to do with this. You wonder if he still cares. You caught yourself connecting the dots. The furtive glances, the hesitation in words, the moments when your paths crossed and he didn't say what he felt. You expected sincerity, but what you received was a deafening silence. This silence screams in his head. He doesn't have the courage to come back and open up. While you move on with your life, he is living an internal battle. And with each passing day, he sinks deeper into doubt and regret. He knows he made a mistake, but his pride keeps him away from you. At this moment, all he wants is an opportunity, a way to come back and correct what was done. But he fears it might be too late. He doesn't want to see you move on, but he also doesn't have the strength to do anything about it. And you wait for a sign that never comes. The truth is that he is not only lost, but also trapped in this situation. And with each tick of the clock, he realizes that time is not a friend, and that you might be his last chance at happiness. Meanwhile, he continues living in a cycle, thinking about you, hiding from reality and drowning in regret. You already knew that. This person is trapped in a cycle of memories, reliving everything you two lived through, even if he pretends to be okay. After a busy day, he finds himself in lonely nights when the silence screams your name. He turns on the TV, but nothing can distract him from the void you left. He disguises, makes jokes, hangs out with friends, but deep down he knows the lack of you is unbearable. He said he needed space, but what he really wants is to understand how to move on without you. The truth is he doesn't know how to free himself from the intense connection you had. He tries to hide it, but he is incapable of looking at anyone else without remembering you. With every date he goes on, with every face he sees, he wonders if there will ever be another who makes him feel what you did. And you know this because you felt his gaze the last few times you crossed paths. You noticed the way he hesitated to look you in the eye, almost as if he was afraid to see what he still feels. You are not imagining things. You feel the energy between you, even if he tries to deny it. The brutal truth is that he misses you. He misses the way you smiled, your easy laughter that lit up his day. Remember when you used to talk about everything? Now, he realizes that those conversations have been replaced by a suffocating silence, and it consumes him. He tries to act like everything is fine, but the reality is that he lied to himself when he said he was forgetting you. Meanwhile, you are living your life, moving on, making new memories, but deep down, you still wonder if he thinks about you. And the answer is yes, he checks your social media, trying to decipher if you still have a place for him in your heart. Yes, he gets involved with other people, but none compare to you. It's a constant struggle between wanting to move on and not being able to leave the past behind. He has imagined what it would be like if you two had made it. After all, the idea of coming home and finding you there, sharing the small things of daily life, is still something he wishes for in silence. But this desire is overshadowed by the fear of opening up again. Fear that in trying to get closer, you might have moved on without him. So, what happens? He continues with his routine, taking on a role that doesn't belong to him. He goes out, having fun on the outside, but inside he carries a deep loneliness. No one knows this. You who always saw beyond appearances know that he is fighting his own demons, but he doesn't allow anyone to see that. Meanwhile, you keep hope alive, expecting a sign, a message, or something that indicates he still cares. However, the truth is that he doesn't know how to overcome his pride. And wherever he goes, he keeps wondering if you remember him the same way. Time passes, and the chances of reconnecting fade away, but he remains paralyzed by fear. He wishes he could shout that he misses you, that the nights are long and cold without you, but insecurity silences him. And every day that passes, the idea that you could be together seems more and more distant. But here's the hard truth. While the world moves forward and lives continue, he is stuck, sinking into memories, thinking about you, and you already knew that. While he tries to pretend everything is okay, this person is actually drowning in memories of you too. He goes out, laughs with friends, and pretends he doesn't miss you, but the truth is that at every corner, every song that plays, he thinks of you. The smile he shows is just a mask to cover what he really feels. He said he needed time, but what he really needed was a space free from the weight of your memories. He can't go a day without thinking about the connection he had with you. He might even be with other people, but deep down he knows there's no comparison. The laughs and glances are not the same. You felt it when you saw that. Even after everything, he was still following you on social media. You noticed he was watching your stories and liking your posts. That's no coincidence. It's his way of maintaining an invisible bond with you, even if he doesn't admit it. And you're not imagining it. That feeling that he still cares is real. It's palpable. The truth is brutal. He hides a deep fear of opening up again, afraid that vulnerability could lead to the same outcome as before. This person wanted to have you, but insecurity spoke louder, and now he is trapped in the web of his own feelings. He tortures himself, wondering if you have moved on or if you still feel something. Every time he finds a picture of you or hears your name, it's like a punch to the stomach hitting him. Meanwhile, you continue living your life, making decisions, seeking new experiences. And him? He must be in silence, counting the days since he last saw you. He doesn't know how to break this cycle of pain and doubt. For him, everything seems so complicated now. He wants to get closer, but at the same time, he is afraid of what that could mean. He walks around trying to forget you, but the truth is, he never managed to. He has that way of staring into space, and you know that somewhere, it is you he is searching for. He got distracted, entered into relationships almost as a substitution attempt, but always feeling empty, because you are irreplaceable. You did more for him than you could imagine. You were that breath of fresh air in a suffocating world. And now, while he tries to move on, the reality is he misses you every moment. Yes, he may be smiling, but the smile is just a reflection of what he is trying to hide. And when night falls, he finds himself trapped in his own thoughts. He picks up his phone but doesn't have the courage to send you a message. What he wants to say is much bigger than a simple hi. He was so used to having you, and now what remains is an echo of what was. You are the exception that doesn't fit into his logic. This person feels lost. They got lost when they decided not to give you the value you deserve. And you know that. You know it could be different if they had the courage. They feel this pressure growing but don't know how to deal with it. And you are living your life the best way you can, but there's always that nagging question, does he still think about me? The answer is yes. He is struggling with his feelings in a way that even he doesn't understand. The more he tries to move on, the heavier the burden becomes. His memories only increase, and soon he realizes that every attempt to forget you only reiterates how essential you were. Every moment he spends away from you is torture. He convinces himself that he is fine, but your absence makes him feel a hole inside of him. He has compared every look, every smile, every moment he had with you to what he lives now, and the truth is that nothing compares. And while he continues to be trapped in this cycle of love and fear, you're there, continuing with your routine, your plans, your achievements. You certainly miss him, but you are also strong enough to keep going. He wants to find you, but it's a game of pride that only delays him. Every time he thinks of looking for you, something inside him stops him. He doesn't want to appear desperate, but deep down he fears that if he makes a move, you won't be there anymore. He knows he left you without answers. He knows the clarity you deserved never arrived because he distanced himself. With this, he deals with regret every day. He knows he should have acted, but what happened was that he was paralyzed by uncertainty. Things have changed, and he knows that. He knows that life goes on, but you still occupy a huge space in his mind. Deep down, he wishes he could go back in time and do everything differently. He wishes he had the courage to open up and, above all, to be honest with himself and with you. And now, meanwhile, you are facing reality. It is painful to realize that the person you cared so much about is trapped in their own dilemmas, not knowing how to break free. He continues to slip through your life while you live yours. In the end, life does not wait. Time continues to pass, experiences change, and what could have been often becomes a distant memory, and he already knew that. This person is bogged down in his own denial. While he tries to put a smile on his face and act as if he is living well, the truth is, he spends his days lost yearning for you. In moments of solitude, he imagines you there beside him, and it eats him up. Every drink he takes, every conversation he has with strangers, he is actually searching for traces of you. He said he needed space, but that is just an excuse to avoid facing his own feelings. What he really needs is courage. Courage to face how much you meant and the impact you had on his life. You gave him a new perspective on what a relationship could be, and that scares him. You know this because you have already seen his gaze escape when he remembers the moments you spent together. That laughter you shared, those silences that said more than words. You felt when his expression changed, when laughter became a mask, and you were surrounded by other people. It was as if he was there, but at the same time in a completely different place, searching for you amidst the crowd. You are not imagining it. The truth is, he is suffocating in remorse. He blames himself for letting you go and for never showing the vulnerability that you really wanted from him. He refuses to admit it, but he is always thinking of you. Every song that plays reminds him of what you had. Every movie he watches brings up your memories, and he cannot help it. Meanwhile, you still find yourself thinking about the possibility of having him back. You wait for a message that never arrives, and with each passing day, the pain turns into an unending agony. You catch yourself looking at your phone, hoping he'll do something, that he'll break the silence you both left in the air. But he remains inactive. The brutal truth? He misses everything about you. Your contagious laughter, the way your eyes sparkled when he talked about something he loved. He keeps a place for you that no one else can fill. And deep down he knows what you two had is rare. And yet he doesn't know how to fix what broke. His behavior, this incessant denial, is just a reflection of the fear he carries. He fears not being the person you deserve. He has an image of you so perfect that he doesn't consider himself worthy. And the more he reflects on this, the more he closes off. He is trapped in a cycle of self-criticism, trying to get over you but failing miserably. You already knew this, didn't you? Meanwhile, your life goes on, but a part of you still waits for him. With every step you take, with every new experience, he's in the shadow of those moments. You feel that no matter how much you move forward, the past still echoes in your mind. And the truth is, even though you're trying your best to move on, he remains stuck in what you two had. He may be living a seemingly normal life, but with every new person that enters his life, it's you he truly desires. Every attempt to distract himself is just a reminder of how deeply you touched him. He observes social media, trying to find any sign of you. He wants to know how you are, but he doesn't have the courage to ask. He has written messages he never sent, wondering if there would still be a chance, some way to rekindle what was lost. But silence has become more comfortable than the possibility of being rejected. He knows you deserve more, and that's the real dilemma. As he ponders his mistakes, life goes on without him. You also wonder if there's still a place for him in your life. Time is passing, and opportunities are slipping away, and both of you feel it. There's no happy ending here yet, because he is paralyzed by fear while you are moving forward. The truth is that you both know what you had was special, but neither of you is taking the reins. He is keeping his distance while you live, longing for something that may never happen. While you sleep, this person is awake, lost in thoughts that only orbit around you. He tries to disguise it, putting a smile on his face and throwing himself into parties. But deep down, each laugh is a mask he wears to hide the painful truth. He misses you. He said he was happy to move on, but the unsent messages and the photos he revisits reveal the opposite. He lives a daily contradiction. He talks about new beginnings, but he still keeps your things. He has items of yours that he refuses to let go of. Your perfume is embedded in his memories, and he can't just move on. While you try to rebuild your life, he gets lost in memories. And you know that because you felt that flutter in your stomach when you saw him pass by you, even if it was just a glance. You noticed that sparkle in his eyes dim when you walked away. Those afternoons when he distanced himself so he wouldn't see you. In reality, it was to avoid giving in to the desire that never disappeared. You aren't imagining it. You felt the connection, even when he tried to put distance between you. This person really hasn't gotten over it. he feels a void that he can't fill. When he's alone, his mind drifts back to the moments you shared. He pretends he doesn't care, but he does. What he hides is the pain of knowing that maybe you've moved on while he remains stuck in those moments. Meanwhile, you try to understand your own pain. You think about how life goes on, but your mind keeps coming back to him, and how everything could have been different. You wonder if he also remembers the unspoken promises, the dreams you had together. And deep down you know he has the same thoughts. You continue searching for answers, but those answers never come. This person is just living day by day, but it's not real. His life is a theater where he plays the part of the detached guy, but the reality is he's broken inside, and that burns. And you already knew that. You've already noticed that the truth is there, hidden behind his words. He pretends he doesn't care, but every time the phone rings and it's not you, he feels a pang in his chest. Every time he sees a happy couple, he wonders where you might be. This person is made of bad choices, and now he's suffocating under their weight. He doesn't know how to free himself from the prison he built himself. Fear. The truth is, he knows it would all be much easier if he were just honest with himself and with you, but doubt consumes him, and uncertainty wraps around him like a blanket. Meanwhile, you are standing still, waiting for his courage. The reality is that this person will continue hiding behind excuses. He will keep pretending that he can move on, while the tears he doesn't shed echo in moments of solitude. You are the reason his heart beats, even if he denies it until the last drop. He's about to lose you for good. And the only thing stopping him from acting is the fear of what the answer might bring. He sees you living your life, watching from afar, wishing to open his mouth and say everything he should have said. But he says nothing, and thus the cycle perpetuates. The truth, he misses you like no one else can, and you already knew that. If this resonated with you, don't let this message die here. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. Share this with that person who needs to hear it, and leave a like if you felt this truth in your heart. See you in the next one.